now, this is my first chance to have a good look at the underneath since blasting it. So let's have a tour. We'll start at the front of the chassis. So remember, I still haven't put the dung lines on, so I'm not going to mess about with this cross member here just for now. I've got to replace these bits. This is where the bump stops go. So the chassis is fine, it's this bit on the top where I cut the plate out, and that's the same on both sides. And I keep saying this, but the whole of the front here is amazingly good, particularly compared to my last Land Rover, the current Land Rover I should say, that I did a load of chassis work on, where all of this front section was in a terrible state. This is great, this doesn't need any work at all. No, nothing. Right up to here, so this cross member, obviously that's where a load of moisture pulled down. So that bit needs replacing. Yeah, we're over halfway up the chassis and it's really good. Then we get to the not so good bit. This bit's new, I just put that bit in. A little bit's okay, but from about here upwards, that's rough. Again, where the bump stops went, I've cut those bits out and I'll replace them. And then it's a bit of a mess here at the back. And I know I keep banging on about it, but there is a great deal of solid metal in this. The rot is not endemic, and that's what I've come across before on vehicles, where the rot is just everywhere. There's no point doing anything to it in that state. That's often the case when you've got a monocoque chassis, when the bodywork is folded up to become structural. I've also come across Land Rovers that are just too far gone to do anything with. I mean, that's really what I'd expect from this one. But, like I keep saying, this one has lots of solid metal. And in terms of the square footage of material that's been replaced, if you think about it, it's not very much at all. It's a lot of work, I grant you. It's not an awful lot of replacement metal. Some metal forming needed for the next bit. I'll start with this one. You can see the section I've cut out is two simple curves. So by simple curve I mean it just goes in one direction. A compound curve would be over that way and over that way. Thankfully Land Rovers tend not to have those. So there it is. Hopefully that showed you how easy it is to form something just using a hammer and on a block. So that's all ready now. Before I weld that one, I'm going to sort out the preparation on this one. that's that and that done. I will put on some more of this stuff in a bit to continue my fake seam aesthetic. But first I'm going to attend to this section here, because this is by far the worst continual bit of corrosion on the chassis. So this bit I've already cut out here and going down there. But what I'm going to do, after taking out this outrigger, because this metal is quite thin all the way along there, I'm just going to chop out the entire lot and put in one run going the whole way down and ending there. Tá, não quero. Cool. So it's a bit cleaned up now.